Hello, welcome to the final episode of Hunt the Truth. Halo 5 is tonight. This is now. Let's get to this last episode.
It was happening. The event had begun, with Dask and his followers suspended in the air all around us. I turned to Mashak. Mashak, we need to go, now. But he didn't answer. He just stood there looking up at the hovering rocks all around us, his mouth wide open.
We're gonna die.
No, we're not.
We're gonna die.
Listen, where is Bostwick?
We're gonna die.
Mashak, calm
I didn't
down.
have to wait long for an answer. I could hear the warthog growling and tearing through the woods. It burst through the foliage and spun out right in front of us.
Let's go!
Bostwick!
Come on, get
I
in!
grabbed Mashak and we leapt into the warthog as Bostwick hit
I was
the gas,
expecting
leaving Dask
Issa.
and his disciples behind us. The levitating rocks and twigs pelting our windshield as we sped down the twisting mountain road towards the city.
Whoa! Okay, how about we let the anomaly kill us and not you driving?
We didn't have time. There were hundreds of thousands of people in that city, and they had no idea they were standing on a sleeping giant.
So what's the plan?
Even if we get there before, you know, the big bad thing gets big and bad, how do we get everyone out? It's an entire city.
You don't?
We can't just pull the fire alarm.
Mashak, there may yet be genius buried inside your mediocre synapses. While it's true that there isn't a fire alarm to pull, there is another type of alarm.
The Covenant air raid system.
We didn't need to invent a way to evacuate the colony because the
That's a good point. Okay, so I just like the fact that they have a Covenant invasion alarm. I was thinking like a tornado siren or something, but the Covenant makes a lot more sense because who knows if this planet even has tornadoes. All right.
BG had already done it. During the war, when the Covenant were steamrolling humanity and glassing colony after colony, an evacuation system had been put in place.
Not that a Covenant warning system would do you much good, considering by the time you knew the Covenant was there, it was pretty much too late. Like,
If you
it
can
still
get to the
doesn't
old
do you any
shuttle
good.
port on the outskirts of the city, I can override the colony AI and simulate a Covenant attack. The warning systems would trigger and evacuation procedures would begin immediately. Every available ship would automatically be
Bostwick,
engaged.
look out! She slammed on the brakes just as the Pelican dropship descended right in front of us. The rear bay was wide open, and yet again,
Issa?
I was dealing with the UNSC's finest. Oh, I'm so sick of these pricks.
What do we do now?
We could go with them.
Can we be? You know just as well as I do what they do to traitors.
Yes, of course, but if we just...
It happened in an instant. A 65mm Argent 5 missile flew right over our head and winged the right engine on the Pelican, sending it screaming towards the ground.
Courtesy of Issa?
I looked back and saw Ilsa towering out of the back of her modified
Ilsa.
warthog, puffed up, seemingly growing bigger and scarier with every moment. The ODSTs can handle their own, but it didn't seem like anything could stop Ilsa.
Pinned down and taking fire. I'm beginning to think she's not going to give up.
How very astute of you, Mashak.
Colony AI
Shock,
handled
you're dumb
millions
if you
of
thought
systems
so.
and subsystems, and was responsible for protecting every human life on the planet. Maybe if Mashak had a week, he could hack into something that complicated. But we didn't have that kind of time. BB, can you handle this? If you disobey Oni, you won't suddenly disappear in a puff of blue smoke, will you?
I have significant operational authority, and I don't see this as disobeying orders. I see this as saving lives via measures roughly compatible with mission objectives.
So, yeah, BB's not a heartless
Everywhere I
asshole.
looked, gravity was playing tricks. A city bus, floating 3 feet in the air. Water curling up out of a storm drain like a charmed snake. More than once, I felt a momentary weightlessness as the warthog began to leave the ground and then quickly fall back down. We were close to the epicenter of this thing. People were scrambling. I remember the crater on Conrad's Point, a vast and lifeless hole. It was just a matter of time before that's what this place would become.
There, up ahead.
Bostwick pulled the warthog into the old shuttle port, past rows of civilian ships. I looked up and saw an old control tower with a massive radio dish looming overhead. That's when everything started shaking. I lost my balance and fell backwards, just in time to see the Earth pitch sideways, split open, and swallow several transport ships whole.
I'm thinking it's beyond the point of no return that where no one could escape at this point. I feel like as soon as it appeared, as soon as all this stuff happened, it was already too late.
Ships whole.
We have to get the message out now. BB, can you hack us into the local system?
Yes, but not from here.
What? We're at the tower. We can
The control tower at the shuttle port only broadcasts radio waves to satellites above.
What?
It transmits no signal locally.
Then why are we at the shuttle port?
Because we're leaving.
What? No, not yet. Where's the local address system?
It doesn't matter. I reviewed the local seismic data, Maya. I'm
It's
sorry.
too late.
You lied to me.
We're too late.
You lied to me. And now all those people are just gonna... Oh!
They're already dead, asshole! I'm sorry, but they're
Tearing itself
gone.
apart. Asphalt cracked and spiked in ragged chunks. People were scattering. Some clawed and fought each other to get to safer ground. Others just looked shell-shocked. And then, the fight spilled into the city.
Take it out!
The UNSC had taken tactical positions along the streets, but they weren't shooting at us. The NCA were
Civilians?
there in force and pushed back harder.
No,
Ilsa
okay.
Zane
Of course it wouldn't be
charged one of the
civilians.
ODSTs, slamming into him like a battering ram. The NCA had them pinned down, and Ilsa was killing everyone in sight. We were trapped.
Come on! We can fight our way through! There's no time. This place is coming down. They're just gonna cover it up! All those people are going to have died in vain! Odie's just going to erase
Well,
it all
yeah.
with nothing!
We
They're
need
already-
to get on the ship. We don't have time for this.
But boss,
They're already dead! Who cares if they cover it up? There's nothing you can do about it other than survive, get off the planet, and then preach that to everyone else who will listen. That's the only thing you can do about it now. Is
Vic was
become
right.
FERO, basically.
everything we'd been through, everything we'd seen, it was gonna be like none of it had ever happened. The city in front of me was about to become the galaxy's latest unmarked grave. I tried to move. My feet wouldn't listen. They were rooted to the spot. It was like my body realized it before my mind did.
Maya, we have
I have to stay. Everyone turned to look at me. They must have thought I was crazy.
Well, yeah, because you're insane.
I felt calm for the
You
first
are.
time in a long time. If I leave now, the truth dies on this planet. So I don't let it die. I'm gonna broadcast it out. Show everyone in all the other colonies exactly what happened here. Make it so crystal clear that they can't ignore it.
Maya, you suddenly sound a lot like Benjamin Giraud. I hope you remember what happened to him.
I'd stabbed Ben in the back.
It's too late for that.
But if I hadn't, if his message had actually gotten out there, suddenly it all seemed so simple. I had to tell the truth, full stop, and let everyone else sort it out.
What do you hope to accomplish? Panic? Terror? A civilization ripping itself apart? People killing each other in the streets? The Office of Naval Intelligence is not the thoughtless behemoth you believe it is. There are delicate calculations being made. Distasteful calculations, yes, but rational, logical calculations in the service of the greater good. If this news spreads, you're condemning a dozen more worlds to chaos. Whatever these anomalies are, how will the UNSC face such a massive threat if all of its systems are paralyzed with infighting and fear?
Well, maybe it's time people got to make those calculations for themselves.
Sometimes, you know, it works both ways in that, yes, BB is right and Oni is right in a way, but at the same time, that's not what you need at this point. If humanity is ever going to obtain the mantle, they're going to have to go through this at some point. Why not it be now? Like, let's get all of this infighting and stuff done all at once, so it leaves somewhat rational people, because all of the irrational people, they're going to be the ones fighting in the streets and killing themselves. So then what you're left with are all the good people, quote unquote, good people, better people, not better, but better. They're better than the jerks that are dying in the streets left, and then it's that much easier to obtain the mantle. It just seems like it's something that has to happen at some point.
Anyone. When the anomaly hits, the entire planet will be cut off, just like Conrad's point.
Exactly. On Conrad's point, the anomaly's interference had blacked out all modern communication. But Ari had been able to go low-tech, use old-fashioned radio waves to cut through. I can use the old control tower. Bostwick, Washak, you need to take the ship. Get it into orbit high enough that you'll be safe, but low enough that you can hear my broadcast and relay to the other colonies.
Maya, that's suicide. You'll die down
And
here.
she won't be alone.
Bostwick, no. I don't need you to
Just shut up! We're doing this together. This is my choice.
God
You
damn it, I
will
hope she's the
never
one that
make
shoved
it
out the window.
We're still too close to the epicenter. This whole place will be destroyed.
Actually, that being said, this picture here, right? I'm thinking either, at first when I read the description, I thought it was the religious guy. But now that they've left her, I'm thinking Isla. But I don't want Isla to die in this. Like, I feel like she deserves more than this, even though she's a complete and utter jerk.
I guess you better get going, Mashak.
I don't imagine I'm being given the option to get on the ship myself.
What? You don't want to come?
To the epicenter of planet-wide physical and electromagnetic devastation?
And lose a part of him that is basically death for AI? No, he doesn't want to go.
Where else would I rather be?
The ship's engines came to life. Mashak turned to me, frustrated. But then...
Hey, Maya. You know, of all the people who've tried to kill me recently...
Mashak took off as fast as possible, while Bostwick and I hauled ass up the old control tower. The ground was shaking again. I didn't know how much time we'd have.
Maya, you realize you're sacrificing yourself for nothing. Oni will find the broadcast. They'll block it, discredit it. In the end, no one will believe you.
That's why you have to make them believe you. Make them feel like they're really here, seeing everything you're seeing. If FERO tells them what they need to hear, they'll listen.
We took the winding tower steps 2 at a time and emerged in the glass-walled control booth. The old gear was still running.
I'm liking the Halo theme in the very slight Halo theme there. I'm hoping there's a lot more of that in the actual game too.
I looked out the window one last time, with the city in ruins. I put the microphone to my lips. Hello.
Lips.
You may not know my voice. In the past, I've always hidden it, distorted it, or let someone else speak for me. Braver people than me, people like Benjamin Giroux. My name is FERO, or at least that's how most of you know me. I'm standing in a control tower on the planet Leica 3, just outside the city of New Headmark. The disaster, the event, whatever you want to call what's happening, it is not the first, and it won't be the last. They start with gravitational disturbances, small. As I gazed out over the city, all the destruction and death, I caught a glimpse of the battle raging in the streets. It was the UNSC fighting ILSA's NCA. And what's happening now? As thousands died around them...
Well, the UNSC gets the USC out of the way, and Isla, because no one on this planet's living. Like, no one, which kind of sucks, because I want to see FERO live, I want to see Isla live, I want to see this fragment of BB live, even though... I don't know. Maybe they'll live. Maybe
these two groups weren't there to save anyone. They were here to destroy each other.
Destroy each other and gain power. Neither are very, very good. You don't want Oni to have more power. You don't want Isla to have more power. You don't want any of these people to have more power.
I've been drowning in their war for far too long. Never able to get a foothold. Not as FERO, not as Maya. But now, for the first time ever, I felt like I was doing something purely good. I was changing things for the better. I didn't know whether I was Maya or FERO anymore, but all that mattered was that I felt like I was who I wanted to be. Who I was meant to be. Hold on. The ground everywhere is coming apart.
It's kind of weird to have FERO talking over FERO. It's just a little strange to me.
Bostwick, be careful. Okay, we're okay. But this thing, whatever it is, it's only getting stronger. I don't know how long we're gonna last, but there's something everyone needs to know. I am not who you think I am. The city, look! Oh God. Oh God, the city. What's left of it, it's coming down.
Oh God.
No, that's not it.
We're going up.
It's coming up. Oh God. The ground.
It's the Guardian coming up.
The ground is lifting up underneath it. But the ground can't hold together. It can't take the strain.
Okay, my question is, why is every single Guardian under a city? How did that happen? Was there just some geese or something that was leading people to these certain spots that would inevitably lead to their destruction? Or did they just every city get unlucky? Why are they all under cities?
Buildings are falling over like dominoes. Oh, the city. 100,000 people building a future in the outer colonies. Oni knew about the danger weeks ago. Oni knew. But they... Whatever's causing this, it's rising out of the depths of the planet. This is impossible. It's mechanical. It's blocking out the sun. It's... Oh, God. Oh... It's... Okay. What? Bostwick? What the hell are you doing?
I'm sorry, FERO.
My eyes traced the length of Bostwick's arm to the pistol in her fist. She'd shot out the radio equipment.
BB, can we still transmit? Is there another way to...
No. Signal lost. There's no electromagnetic disturbance.
What the fuck is Bostwick up to? Is she a plant too? If she's a fucking plant, what the fuck? What is with this game? What the
What the hell are you talking about? Why would you shoot the radio? I was just about
Because we already have everything we need.
I couldn't comprehend what the hell was going on. What was she saying? Was she having a breakdown?
I want you to know, I forgive you for lying to me. I was so angry, but I'm not anymore. I understand now what it really takes to change things.
She raised the pistol and pointed it at my chest. The city was dying behind us.
Of course she does.
But Bostwick was 100%
She's gone
focused
insane.
on me.
This is the way FERO's story has to end.
Bostwick, what the hell are you saying? I'm FERO.
No! You're just a person! And Oni can break a person. As long as you're alive, they can find you. They can torture you. They can bend you to their will. No, we can't let that happen to FERO. FERO...
Okay, I'm kind of seeing what she's doing here, but come on, really? And then that makes this breaking up, this comment here. Did it have to be this way? Yeah, well, maybe not.
She's an idea. She's a belief. She's my belief.
But that's not the truth. People deserve to know.
The people deserve a hero. You talk.
No, they don't. She's not a fucking Batman. As cool as Batman is, she's not a Batman.
Shooting war. Then we had to win the war of ideas. The truth is what we're fighting for, but ideas are the weapons. You and I can't beat them, but the idea of FERO can.
And suddenly, I understood. The story would spread like wildfire.
Okay, if either she doesn't die, or they brought her back from the dead to do these recordings. So, I don't know which...
Rebel hero FERO killed by the anomaly on Leica 3. The broadcast would be recorded and replayed across the galaxy.
The thing is, you don't actually have to kill her. Just make it look like you killed her. Like, in the recording, make it look like she died from debris falling around or whatever. You don't have to actually kill her. Considering no one knows what she looks like, you don't have to do that.
For her last words, a message of warning to us all. It was perfect.
Don't you see? This is what you taught me.
Or, considering she just shot out the equipment, that's her death. That's the death right there. The stuff falling from the sky, the thing raising up, that explosion, that's her death. She doesn't have to actually die. She just needs to drop the name FERO.
Her hands tightened on the pistol. But she couldn't pull the trigger. I could see her jaw trembling.
FERO? Are you scared?
Yeah.
You have a gun to her chest. Yes, she's scared.
In spite of everything, I wanted to comfort her. To take her in my arms and tell her that it was all gonna be fine. Bostwick, I just wanted to... Okay, just calm down. Just calm down.
Yeah, she's a lot.
Tears welled in her eyes as she raised the gun one last time.
For herself?
Do it.
Goodbye, Maya.
I tumbled backwards and out of the shattered window. My body turned towards the ground as the earth rushed up to meet me. And then I died.
Do you recall anything else?
No. No, there was nothing after that. That's the last memory.
Huh. She's being interviewed by BB?
But there's something you left
Awesome.
out of your account. How did you feel about it? Did you agree with Bostwick's plan?
I understood it. She made a distasteful calculation for the greater good. Alive, I was
That wasn't the question.
a liability.
Did you agree?
FERO needed to be martyred for the cause. Maya wanted to pay for her betrayal.
Very well. Thank you. Your recollections have been most helpful. Now, if you don't mind, I must be...
Wait, can I ask you a question?
I really
Please,
must.
please. I have so many questions.
You're young. That's completely natural. Fine. What is your question?
Did she?
Did she? Did she what?
Did FERO become a martyr? Did her story save millions of lives? They're still restricting my access.
And I'm afraid that is restricted for a reason. I have everything I need, so I
No
must
shit.
return.
One more
you to-
question? Please, please.
Go on.
What is this place?
Just think of it as a waiting room. Look, don't worry. There'll be time to explain later. I'll let them know you're ready for the next step.
Is she being turned into an AI? Like, I don't know how they would get her brain to do that, but I think
None of
she's
us stay on the
being
shelf
turned
for
into an
very
AI.
long. We're very, very expensive.
Yep, she is.
Admiral Osman, this is Black Box. Regarding the series of incidents culminating on Leica 3, Agent Sankar's vital signs failed at 15:34 hours MST. Cause of death was a single gunshot wound to the chest. She was assassinated by the rebel leader known as Bostwick as a means of strategic propaganda. The following was recorded by one of our undercover operatives at her most recent demonstration.
We cannot forget Pharaoh's sacrifice.
Of course, she becomes... She became what she wanted to get rid of! What the hell? I mean, okay, sure, you've got this idea of Pharaoh, but she's gonna end up becoming the same thing.
Need to fall. No more women and children need to die. Pharaoh gave her life on Leica 3 to bring us the truth. I was there.
I still contend you didn't have to actually kill her. Although, if she becomes a kick-ass AI, I'm kind of for it in a strange, morbid
I fought
way.
by her side. And no matter what anyone tells you, she was as real as any of us. She was born in these colonies. I was born in these colonies. And when we all stand together, we can accomplish anything.
While we were eventually able to contain Agent Sankar's broadcast, the news of Pharaoh's martyrdom has spread throughout the outer colonies. We've leaked her status as an ONI agent to several friendly journalists, but as Bostwick predicted, the fiction of Pharaoh seems to be stickier than the truth of Maya Sankar.
And the thing is I
Agent
don't know.
Sankar's brain was thankfully recovered intact. As I predicted, neurostructurally, she is an exceptional candidate for AI assimilation. And the data I've been able to garner from her brain has been advantageous given the events of October 28th. I hope that you found the logs useful and satisfactory. It's been a rare and unique opportunity to not only catalogue the actions of a rogue agent, but also her thoughts and feelings. I'm still digging through a few more memories.
Okay, so that happened on the 28th. The start of Halo 5 is the 27th, right? So this happened a day after. I bet. Ooh. Could there be a pseudo boss fight against Ilsa? As the chief, as Blue Team? Maybe as Oni, or as Locke and Osiris? Ooh, man. Oh, fuck. This time cannot go, this like 6 hours cannot go fast enough.
This report can be considered complete. Black Box, signing off.
Oh, man. FERO is an AI now. Do we get to see her in Halo 5? Oh, man, what the hell, guys? Oh, man. This is the best marketing campaign for any game, anything ever. You just can't get any better than that. I will see you all in Halo 5. Thanks for watching this far into the video. I really appreciate it. If you did make it this far, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. That helps a lot. For more Halo 5 lead up, you can check out my Halo 4 playthrough on the left. And for more information on some of the content that's provided in the Halo 5 Collector's Edition, check out the playlist on the right. Showed up on my UI. Oh god, no! 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 How did he hit me from that far away? God damn it. Oh shit.